Credit Union. Of course, it's Antoine Davis as he chases history, but that guy, number 34, Jalen Moore, an All-Horizon League first-teamer as well. The ball is in the air. Jared Liddell wins the tip for Detroit Mercy, and Antoine Davis with the rock. And away we go at the arena. First shot too strong from Liddell. And Conway getting the start due to the injury to Rocket Watts. Pulls down the rebound. Good start for Oakland. Jalen Moore against Antoine Davis. Here's Trey Townsend. Will kick it out up top. Lampman three. Of course, Blake Lampman knocks down the triple.
He couldn't buy a bucket the other night, Neil, and comes out first shot tonight, makes the three. Good sign for Oakland, especially with Rocket Watts on the sidelines tonight.
TJ Moss has his pass knocked out of bounds by Trey Townsend. Golden Grizzlies a little more locked in tonight than they were already Wednesday night.
Well, this is a rivalry game. Of course, your juices are going to be flowing. You got a full house here at the arena. I mean, this is what you play for, play against your rivals. Oakland's had success defending this Detroit Mercy team the last couple times out, especially against Antoine Davis. They're pumped up.
Jared Liddell goes around the ball screen, picks up the dribble. TJ Moss has it, scoops it, spins, and scores.
Good move there by TJ.
TJ Moss averaging 5 points, 3 rebounds per game. The transfer from McNeese State, where Joe Dumars went.
That's right.
Keaton Hervey with the basketball. Now Blake Lampman lost control, and unforced error there by the Golden Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Blake Lampman, as you talked about, struggled on Wednesday night, but shooters shoot, Tony Paul. That's what the kids say.
No, there's no lack of confidence with Blake Lampman and really any of these guys. They're going to keep firing him up. Blake Lampman didn't shoot poorly. He just, in and out. A lot of shots just didn't fall.
Keaton Hervey called for the reach-in against Antoine Davis. Davis already the NCAA's all-time three-point leader. Starts tonight just 185 points behind Pistol Pete Maravich to become the all-time leading scorer. Have to average, about 37 points per game?
37 points around there. If Detroit plays the minimum 5 games moving forward. If they get a 6th game, obviously it becomes very probable, I think. But it's a lot of it depends on what he does tonight. Again, the last 2 games against Oakland, they've shut him down.
And there is the double team against Antoine Davis. Left corner three fired up off the front rim by Anderson, but an offensive rebound and a slash in by Anderson, and Demizi Anderson converts.
They've got other guys on this Detroit Mercy roster. I know Antoine gets the publicity, but if he's double teamed, he's not going to force the issue.
Jalen Moore in the paint leaves it short.
It's going to stay down there.
The rebound went off of TJ Moss. And as we talked about, there is Greg Campy, second longest tenure coach in the country. As we talked about, Antoine Davis, in the last 2 games against Oakland, just 7 for his last 32.
No, he's not going to force it again. We talked about it. He's one of only 2 guys ever with 3,000 points and 500 assists. People that don't watch him play just assume he shoots all the time. You and I both know from especially the last game, he doesn't force the issue. If it's not there, he's going to rely on his teammates. He wants to win more than any record. I've talked to him a lot. He honestly wants to win.
Jalen Moore draws the foul call against Demizi Anderson. Jalen Moore forced the issue against Detroit Mercy when they played in Callahan Hall.
32 points, it's what Greg Campy said. We got a point guard that's pretty good too.
Keaton Hervey left side 4-3 off the heel offensive board. Chris Conway. He goes back up with it and scores.
Big time play by a big time player. He's going to be fun to watch over the next few years here at Oakland.
Golden Grizzlies go back up. They have the 5-4 lead. Left corner catch and fire 3. Right. Anderson this time gets it to go.
Yeah, I know you're double teaming Davis, but that's a little too wide open there. That's a breakdown for Oakland.
Trey Townsend in the paint. His jump hook is pure. Settle in, folks.
Yeah.
This is the way this is going to be. You just get that feeling here tonight. We're going back and forth, and it's going to be tight the whole time. Anderson passed up the 3. Kicks it out. Right wing, Oliver. That's too strong.
Oh, good play there by Detroit Mercy. Oh, it goes the other way. Thought Detroit Mercy saved it.
And Demizi Anderson was looking to send it off of Keaton Hervey. Keaton, the good footwork, like Tony Paul out on a dance floor.
Yeah, just
feet
like
were
me.
Shuffling.
That was back in my drinking days. Not so much anymore.
Yeah.
I was a good dancer when I was drinking, like we all are.
Trey Townsend bumped and fouled by TJ Moss.
The 2 on Moss already?
It is, and there is Mike Davis. Spent the last 6 seasons at Texas Southern, where they went to 4 NCAA tournaments. 3 years as an assistant under Bobby Knight at Indiana, was a head coach at Indiana, took them to the 2002 National Championship game where they lost to Maryland. Trey Townsend has that shot rejected by Gerald Liddell.
That's just 1 foul on Moss, by the way.
Anderson with the other one. Antoine Davis catches, launches, rattles it through. That was deep.
Well, he's got range. His range is from about here to the McDonald's down the road.
Trey Townsend left that one short, and the rebound pulled in by A.J. Oliver. Left corner, catch and fire three. That one's
shot.
Perfect. Yep,
If you're going to give him that shot, that could be problematic. And here comes Osei Price, and Greg's not liking what he's seeing on the defensive end at the moment. 13 already for Detroit Mercy.
Demezy Anderson had 22 points and 6 rebounds against the Golden Grizzlies. Jalen Moore throws a fastball into Trey Townsend. Lampman catches, steps into the 3. Antoine Davis with the board. Jalen Moore out to meet him. He'll fire up another 3. This one won't fall. Good offensive rebound by Liddell. Top of the key 3 is perfect once again. Demezy Anderson off and running. He's got 11 in double figures already, and he's feeling it, you can tell.
That's the thing. When you double team Antoine Davis and you limit him, that's a good thing. But if someone else gets hot, then you got a problem.
And that has not been the case typically when Detroit Mercy plays Oakland.
No, but Demezy Anderson's already got a quick 11.
But it is the case here tonight. Trey Townsend in the paint, left that one short. He'll try again.
Ooh.
That one's too strong.
Got to make one of those.
It's a 2v1 on the other side. Jamming it down with 2 hands is A.J. Oliver.
Yeah.
And Detroit Mercy.
18-7, Neil. Woo.
Up double figures. It's a 14-2 run over the last 2.5. And that will take us, with the foul on Detroit Mercy, to the under 16 media timeout.
This is going to be fun. Do you see that glare Antoine Davis gave Jalen Moore there? This is going to be a fun night. Buckle in.
Absolutely. 14:33 left. It's all Mercy to start. 18-7. This is Horizon League basketball.
Learn and grow in the epicenter of Greater Metro Detroit. Fuel your community and your future with fresh ideas and new perspectives. Get connected with local companies and make a difference where it matters most. Rise up and become the leader you're always meant to be.
Because every athlete deserves to be treated like a pro. Henry Ford Sports Medicine.
DTE Energy customers can get their share of huge lifetime energy cost savings. How? By using our website. The Oslin's new programmable thermostat saved them a bundle. And their new efficient furnace earned them a hefty rebate. All over Michigan, people like the Oslins are saving. Why not you? There are always new ways to save at dteenergy.com/saveenergy. DTE Energy.
After the Grizzlies' last game against IUPUI, Coach Campy was not happy with this team's performance, but he said that he trusts here tonight that they are going to bring the energy and the defense. And I think it's going to be pretty easy to bring the energy considering this place is packed right now. It's a rivalry game, and something ignites when these two teams play against each other. Now, both teams know well enough that Oakland wants to feed the ball into Trey Townsend, and Detroit Mercy wants Antoine Davis to have the ball in his hands. So both teams are going to be looking to shut both of those key players down, and they did exactly that in their last matchup. When that happens, you force other players to step up, and it makes for an exciting game to watch. It's great coaching and something you love to see. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Patty. Appreciate that. Blake Lampman steps into the three. That one won't fall. Substitution as Boy Koka comes into the game for the first time for Detroit Mercy. He pulls down the rebound. And that is a travel.
That's the first turnover of the game for Detroit Mercy. Just one for Oakland as well.
Detroit Mercy 64% from the floor. Golden Grizzlies at 27%. Trey Townsend, though, in the paint, looking to change that perhaps. Lampman kick out three. He buried that one. Golden Grizzlies needed it. Blake Lampman got it.
No, that's big time shot there. Already 2 3-pointers made for Blake. Had another good look, just barely missed. They're going to need him tonight.
And the alley-oop, the dunk is not good by Gerald Liddell. Here come the Golden Grizzlies the other way. Herbie will kick it out.
I'm not convinced that was an alley-oop.
Jalen Moore steps into the three and rattles it through. Back-to-back triples for the Golden Grizzlies. Right back in this one. It's 18-13.
Big time run right after the timeout here. Down 11 just seconds ago. Now they're down 5. Mike Davis not happy with the 2 open looks that Oakland got there.
Touch pass into the paint. Koka goes up. That won't fall. Jalen Moore with the rebound. He's looking to push. Jalen Moore puts his head down, goes all the way to the rim. Was hit on the way up by Koka. He's going to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's a good matchup. I mean, Jalen keeps driving that against Koka in the middle there. Koka is prone to foul trouble. Going to get that call most of the time.
Already the 4th team foul on Detroit Mercy, so Jalen Moore going to the free throw line. Trying to shake off the effects. He knows it too. His time here at Oakland coming to a close. I'll tell you this, Tony Paul, whenever he walks off the floor for the last time, you never have to ask the question, did Jalen Moore give everything he has? Yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah. Including a fashion show with the shoes every night. New ones tonight. Actually, I think I might have seen these ones earlier in the year.
Well, the shoe game's strong. There's no doubt about that.
It is strong.
Second free throw spins out.
He missed a few the other night, too. That drives him nuts.
Came into the week an 84% free throw shooter. Golden Grizzlies down by 4.
That's down a little bit, though.
Koka thought about the jumper from the elbow. Ooh, knocked away, and an offensive foul called.
Yeah, you can't lower the shoulder like that. That's going to be called every time, Neil. That's too easy. Right there. There's the shoulder right there.
That goes against Gerald Liddell. And with Trey Townsend, he paid the price. You saw the shoulder go into the chest. A couple of subs for Detroit Mercy. A.J. Oliver comes back in, as does Demizi Anderson.
You know, but Trey's a tough kid. He's playing hurt all year. So is Jalen Moore, Blake Lampman. None of them practiced yesterday because of nagging injuries. But they continue to play.
Jose Price in for Oakland. 7-0 Golden Grizzlies run. They're looking for more. Jalen Moore at the top of the key. Tons of contact, no whistle. Shot clock's at 4, so Jose Price puts it on the ground. Lampman steps into the 3 at the buzzer off the front rim. No, put back up and in. Keaton Hervey was not to be denied.
Boy, Blake just barely got a piece of that rim to keep the shot, to start a new shot clock, allow Keaton Hervey to get the ball, put it back up. 2 more points for Oakland, a 9-0 run now.
Detroit Mercy has not scored in over 2.5 minutes. Tough shot from Anthony Davis on the baseline. He gets it to go. He has some words for the official. He thought he was bumped as well. They're letting him go tonight.
Well, I mean, that last time down the court for Oakland, I don't think I've seen that much contact and not a foul called.
And there's a backdoor steal by Antoine Davis, who will drive and lay it up and in.
Tried to get a little bit cute there with the behind-the-back pass for Jalen, and a little bit...
And a technical foul called. Was that Antoine Davis? It was. So the official had heard enough from Antoine Davis. And that will take us to the under-12 media timeout. Mike Davis right now having a discussion.
Mike's got to be careful here.
Antoine Davis will pick up his second personal as well, so keep an eye on that. 11.5 left first half. 22-16 Detroit Mercy. This is Horizon League basketball.
No one is born a world-class athlete. It takes passion and perseverance. It takes courage and resilience. It takes real work, day in and day out. Real, low-fat chocolate milk helps you repair, rebuild, and refuel muscles. Chocolate milk, the unofficial sports drink of athletes everywhere.
Order your new 2023 Ford Explorer today. Whether you're running the kids to practice or going on a road trip, the Ford Explorer has what you need. It offers seating for up to 7 and has the available cargo management system. Returning AZ plan lessees can order a 23 Explorer and lease it for $339 a month for 24 months. Plus, when you order, you'll receive $1,000 bonus cash and can lock in all incentives. Sounds like a win-win. See your Southeast Michigan Ford dealer today.
When disaster strikes, what really matters? It's not walls, pipes, or sheetrock. It's not rugs or furniture. What matters most is getting you back on your feet. And you deserve a company that knows what matters. Belfour, restoring more than property.
Welcome back inside the arena. 22-16. Detroit Mercy Titans have the lead over the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Neil Rule, Tony Paul, Patty Cesarini back with you. Antoine Davis picked up a technical foul, which also was a personal foul, his second. So we will keep an eye on that. Antoine Davis going back out into the game. So Mike Davis rolling the dice a little bit.
Yeah, he's going to trust Antoine, obviously. Antoine's the heart and soul of this team, but Mike Davis spent basically that whole media timeout complaining not just to one ref, but then when that conversation ended, he complained to the other ref. So Mike Davis, for him, he avoided the technical foul, but he got pretty heated there too. Earlier this season, Antoine Davis had back-to-back games where he scored 40 or more points and didn't shoot a single free throw for those 2 games. Antoine Davis actually went to Twitter to complain about the officiating in the Horizon League. All of a sudden, the next few, and that's unlike him, as we talked about, he's a very shy, respectable kid, respectful. But the next few games, all of a sudden, he started getting to the line, started getting a lot of fouls called there. But there's been a lot of frustration from Antoine this year with the lack of fouls called when he drives.
Jalen Moore converts the 2 free throws. Golden Grizzlies were down 18-7. They are right back in this one. Blake Lampman has made a couple of threes. Demezy Anderson has 11 points for Detroit Mercy. Jalen Moore with the basketball. They'll go to Trey Townsend. Trey's jump hook is too strong. Boy. Keaton Hervey, another offensive rebound putback.
Keaton Hervey's finding himself in the right spot right now for Oakland. A couple of huge second chance buckets. All of a sudden, Oakland down 11 just a couple minutes ago. It's a 2-point game.
Hervey had a 24-point game against Missouri State earlier. Here's Jalen Moore with the pick, drives it, and lays it in.
And it's all tied, and it's going to be a fun night, Neil.
I told everybody, settle in, man. We're going back and forth tonight. Fans are into it here in the arena. Driving and scoring is A.J. Oliver. A little too much room for him to operate there on the block.
Again, a little too easy. But for the most part, Oakland's making life tough on the Detroit Mercy offense, particularly Antoine. When Oakland takes care of the ball, doesn't allow Detroit to get in transition, they're having some success so far, especially over the last several minutes.
Jalen Moore goes to Blake Lampman. They're trying to get Trey Townsend the ball in the post. 7 seconds left on the shot clock.
Gonna drive.
And Jalen Moore took too many steps.
Returning for them, number 11, Gerald Liddell.
Jared Liddell comes back into the game. The transfer from Texas and Alabama State was a number 41 ranked player in the country coming out of high school.
No, another big-time player for Detroit Mercy. He was ruled ineligible for much of the start of the season, first month or two, and then when he got back, he was a double-double machine, but he struggled since then with a back injury.
A.J. Oliver scores.
He's just starting to get his feel back. He could be a big-time player tonight. Go a long way toward deciding the outcome of this one.
He had a 14-point game against Purdue when he was at Texas. You
Yeah.
can play.
No, he can.
Period, end of story.
Yep.
Troy Mercy back up by 4. Trey Townsend muscles his way in and throws it over the front of the rim.
They got to exploit that. You know, they have to exploit Trey Townsend tonight. That's a big-time mismatch, in my opinion.
Demezy Anderson, he's a high man in the game with 11. TJ Moss goes to Antoine Davis. Kick out, catch and fire 3. Moss, the net never moved. Moss, a 29% three-point shooter. But he looked more like Craig Hodges that time.
No, you know, he got a pretty open look. I mean, Blake was closing fast, but
Lampman left wing 3.
that's the thing. If you're Oakland, you just take your chances with the rest of Detroit Mercy's shooters.
Davis pulls up. Misses that one off the heel. Trey Townsend the board. Jalen Moore's 1v3. Goes around a ball screen instead. Keaton Hervey jump stop in the paint. Left it short. Board Liddell. Here comes Moss ripping through. Layup spins around and off.
Hervey's
Well, that was
Hervey's
a
playing
man's
tough
rebound.
tonight.
That's his 5th board.
Yeah, he's playing tough. 2 of those rebounds, second chance points.
Jalen Moore with a couple of jab steps. He'll get into the paint. He rolls it up and in. Greg Campy can't believe
he is so
he didn't get a whistle.
up. He is so banged up, but just continues to play tough for this Oakland team, knowing that time is short.
Boy, bad giveaway there by Detroit Mercy. TJ Moss threw it into the Oakland bench. And there is Greg Campy talking to his point guard, Jalen Moore.
And Jalen, a lot of guys on this Oakland team are injured and nagging injuries, but Jalen's played through injuries every year he's been here. And he continues to do it, knowing that he's just got a few home games left and wants to make the most of it. And still, excellent production from him.
There's Moore on the bare head. Drives into the paint. Off the high glass with the kiss. Cuts the Detroit Mercy lead to 1, coming up on 7.5 left first half.
That's 12 points already for Jalen Moore. Again, he had 32 the last time these two teams met. He came to play again tonight.
Keaton Hervey called for the foul, takes us to the under 8 media timeout. Mike Davis animated with Demezy Anderson. We'll be back with more. 29-28, Detroit Mercy. This is Horizon League basketball.
Come on, let's eat.
Now you can feed more people than ever before.
Does everyone have everything they need?
Thanksgiving week, if your purchase includes Meyer brand food, our Simply Give program will provide a meal to feed a neighbor in need.
OU Credit Union is a proud supporter of Oakland University Athletics.
At home or on the road,
OU-CU is always there.
from fans
to family,
athletes
to coaches.
OU-CU is proud to support every Golden Grizzly.
So we just wanted to say
thank you, OU-CU.
Thanks.
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 Thank you, OU-CU.
Visit oukreditunion.org to learn more.
It's always out there. The horizon. A reminder that our greatest goals are rarely attained. And And as soon as you reach one, another emerges. But every day we rise and work harder, dig deeper, ask one more question, take one more shot in relentless pursuit of our horizon.
Neil Rule, Tony Paul, Patty Cesarini back in the arena with you. Jamal Cain in the house with the NBA on the All-Star break. Of course, Jamal Cain playing for the Miami Heat, averaging 5 points, 3 rebounds per game for them. Had a 12.5 rebound, 3 assist game against Oklahoma City last month. Doing big things, Tony.
No, he is. Another one of Oakland's players, Oakland alums, to make it in the NBA, but taking advantage of his break. Come see a little rivalry action, rivalry that he was a part of, he enjoyed, and he's having a good time tonight as well. He showed his highlight reel on the big screen before we came back. He was enjoying it. He was grinning ear to ear watching his moves on the big screen.
I remember early in the season last year at Alabama, he went for 30 at Alabama as that shot rattles and falls by T.J. Moss. He gave Alabama 30 in Alabama, and I was like, people don't just do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
he was incredible.
He had, his time at Oakland was short but impactful. He was co-Horizon League Player of the Year with Antoine Davis, and if you could snatch half of that award away from Antoine Davis, you've done something pretty special.
Jalen Moore backs out. Shot clock's down to 7. Lampman left corner. Will Shepard will catch and fire off the heel. Rebound tipped away. And here comes Detroit Mercy with it, up by 3. Parks sends it back into the middle. Couple of pump fake, shot will not go for Oliver, but he will go to the free throw line. And we talk about Antoine Davis and that 90% free throw percentage. Davis, the 22nd best free thrower in the history of the NCAA. But A.J. Oliver shoots him at an 89% clip, too.
Yeah, no, Detroit Mercy, they do some things well. One of them is shoot free throws.
A.J. Oliver, another high major transfer, played for Clemson. He had a 6.6 rebound game for Clemson against Auburn in the NCAA tournament.
Detroit Mercy had some high hopes coming into this season. They finally put some talent around Antoine Davis, a little bit more talent around him. But again, with Jaden Stone, Liddell didn't get on the floor much of the early part of the year, then missed some time after he got back. Jaden Stone out for the rest of the year, starting with the first of the year due to an eligibility issue. It's just been a struggle getting this team together to get them all on the floor at the same time, and it's just been a tough year for them.
Jalen Moore backs it out against Antoine Davis. 33-28, Detroit Mercy. Blake Lampman can't get the deep triple to go. Ward was pulled down by Parks. Antoine Davis, couple of rhythm dribbles. Can't shake Osei Price. Nearly threw it away. Right wing stepping into it is Oliver, and he rattles it through.
6 for 10 now from three-point range for Detroit Mercy. Just 1 of 3 of those are Antoine Davis.
Detroit Mercy on a 7-0 run, which is what happens when you're 7 of 9 from the floor. Will Shepard had that one knocked away. Golden Grizzlies fortunate to get it back. Jalen Moore drives and kicks. Osei Price, little shot put jumper short. Pulled down by Liddell.
A few tough possessions in a row for Oakland on offense.
I think Conway will be coming in. Jalen Moore takes it from Antoine Davis, and J-Mo will lay it up and in.
It's 2 steals now for Jalen, getting 14 points, Neil.
Those are the things, too. When you're in the middle of a 7-0 run, 9-0 run, unforced error and a giveaway.
No, they're big. They're big for Oakland to get that, kind of stop a little bit of momentum.
And Trey Townsend with another one. Trey the pump fake, he'll score the bunny. 2 straight turnovers for Detroit Mercy, and the Golden Grizzlies back within 4. Get some juice
Mike
from
Davis,
the sold-out crowd.
Has to drive Mike Davis absolutely nuts. Just 2 real giveaways there for Detroit Mercy.
And there's another turnover.
Wow.
Here comes Jalen Moore behind the back dribble. Lost control of it. TJ Moss the other way. It's a 4-on-1, and Davis at the top of the key knocks down the three.
He hasn't been that open since his freshman year.
Davis in double figures now with 10. He let the crowd here at the arena know about it too.
Well, I tell you, Neil, Jalen's he just looks to be, if he's playing well, but he's hurting. That's the second time there, that last possession, where he didn't even run back on defense at all.
Left corner, Lampman three. Left it short. Will Shepard the offensive rebound. Kick out, Price for three. That one won't go. And the Golden Grizzlies were 2 for 18 against IUPUI from three. They're 3 of 12 here tonight. And they've had open looks. And we will get a Detroit Mercy timeout, which will take us to the under 4 media timeout. Detroit Mercy 8 for their last 10 from the floor. They have a 7-point lead with 3:36 left in the first half. This is Horizon League basketball.
Because every athlete deserves to be treated like a pro. Henry Ford Sports Medicine.
As a Great Clip Salon stylist, I love giving customers the look they want. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details, so it's one less thing for you to worry about. And when I see that confidence at the end of the cut, that's everything to me.
As a stylist, I know it can be hard to find time for a haircut. With the Great Clips app, you can put your name on the list from anywhere and head to the salon when it's time for your cut. A great haircut plus more time for what you love. That's Great Clips.
Order your new 2023 Ford Explorer today. Whether you're running the kids to practice or going on a road trip, the Ford Explorer has what you need. It offers seating for up to 7 and has the available cargo management system. Returning AZ Plan lessees can order a 23 Explorer and lease it for $339 a month for 24 months. Plus, when you order, you'll receive $1,000 bonus cash and can lock in all incentives. Sounds like a win-win. See your Southeast Michigan Ford dealer today.
Neil Rule, Tony Paul, Patty Cesarini back here in the arena with you. It's been a fun one so far. 39-32, Detroit Mercy has the lead. And Tony, this is pretty simple. 65% from the floor for Detroit Mercy. That'll get you a 7-point lead on the road.
No, absolutely. I mean, if not for a couple careless turnovers by Detroit Mercy there in the last minute and a half, they'd have an even bigger lead than that. But 7 of 11 from three-point range. And Antoine Davis only responsible for 2 of those. So, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. When you double-team Antoine, it can work greatly in your favor, as it has the last 2 times Oakland and Detroit Mercy have played. But if you do that, you have to hope that somebody else on Detroit Mercy doesn't get hot. And you're seeing A.J. Oliver, DeBezy Anderson putting on a show right now, making up for the lack of shot attempts by Antoine Davis.
Jamel Pink into the game. He has the basketball. Titans go into their offense. A.J. Oliver between the legs dribble. Into the paint. And a foul called on Chris Conway. Came down over the top of Gerald Liddell.
Oakland foul number 23, Chris Conway.
That's the first on Chris.
That's his first personal, the 4th team foul.
4th on the Golden Grizzlies. 16 fouls on Detroit Mercy. So Oakland will be in the bonus the rest of the way of the first half. Here's Liddell with it again against Conway. Put it on the deck and lost it. Jalen Moore just ripped it away.
He's a thief. I think Oakland needs to start getting into their offense a little bit more. They've kind of been forced to rush some shots late in the shot clock. A few possessions recently has led to pretty poor looks.
And that ball thrown away. Was it tipped? It was not.
I think that's probably the right call.
Jalen Moore has 14 points, but the Golden Grizzlies haven't scored in over 2 minutes. But Detroit Mercy has helped the cause by turning it over 4 times in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, but all that matters is that scoreboard. No, Detroit Mercy on the road with a raucous Oakland crowd leads 39-32 just before halftime here.
Oliver in the paint. It
Wow.
rolls around and off. Boy, how did that not go in?
It's a break for Oakland.
See if they can capitalize.
There's a shot. Oh. Yep, that's going to be a walk.
Travel against Keaton Hervey.
Just who wants the ball? Top potato right now. Back and forth. You take it, Millie. I don't want it. You take it.
8 turnovers for Detroit Mercy, 6 now for Oakland.
I think 4 of those from 2 of each team's probably been in the last minute and a half.
Detroit Mercy 7 of 11 from behind the three-point line. Golden Grizzlies 3 of 12.
There might be another one. Oh, he didn't catch it clean though.
Knocked out of bounds by Blake Lampman. There is Rocket Watts. You see in the background, not available here tonight in the concussion protocol.
Yeah, he took that hard screen, ran right into a hard brick wall screen at the end of that IUPUI game. He went down like a ton of bricks. Some tests put him in concussion protocol. Big loss for Oakland here tonight. Detroit Mercy on pace for more than 80 points in this game, and I don't think that'd be the case if Rocket Watts were on the court.
Shot clock's down at 4. Antoine Davis triple teamed.
Okay.
Antoine Davis fires
Watch
it up
it
and
go
makes
in.
it
Are
in.
you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Here comes Jalen Moore ripping through, lays it off. Trey
Oh, I
Townsend
want to see that again.
missed it off the heel.
I have seen Antoine Davis play more than most people in person, and I've never seen him make a shot even that tough. And he's the king of making tough shots.
There were 3 defenders
He
all
just
over
threw it
him.
up, and it just, he even hoped, and wow, what a shot.
He's got it again. He's open this time.
Yeah,
That
it
one was
easy.
much easier
A
for
little
him.
easy. Difficult, the level of difficulty, the rating of difficulty from one of those to the other one could not have had a bigger gap.
Antoine Davis
And
is cooking.
All of a sudden, it's a 13-point game now after those 2 possessions.
He is 6 of 8. 45-32 Detroit Mercy. This is their largest lead. Jalen Moore, top of the key, 3. Off the right side. 46 seconds left in the first half.
Antoine Davis already has 16 points, Neil. He only had 14 the entire game at Callahan Hall earlier this year.
Left side, pump fake and a bucket. Parks lays it in. It's an 11-0 run for Detroit Mercy.
Yeah.
Greg Campy will call a timeout with 27 seconds.
And Detroit Mercy is fired up, Neil. If you're Oakland, this is a disastrous minute stretch that Detroit Mercy just put on there.
How about this effort
Let's
from
see it
Antoine
again.
Davis?
Come on.
Give me the technical
Come
breakdown.
on. What is going on? Wow. And it's a little easier here. A little easier. I've never seen a player that I've covered consistently be such a great, tough shot shooter as Antoine Davis. And that's what Greg Campy was talking about earlier today in how they've shut him down. They said just limit him to make sure all of his shots are tough. Now, he's going to make some of those because he practices those tough shots. But again, I've seen him make so many tough shots. That one right there takes the cake for me.
He's got 16 just like that. Playing with 2 fouls, picked up a technical in the first half early on. The gamble by Mike Davis paid dividends.
Well, Mike's going to put all his faith in his son. I mean, he's the player on this team. He's the heart and soul of this team. You can't really take him off the court. You have to roll with him, and he did a good job there. And those were some pivotal shots he just put up there.
Huge possession here for Oakland. Shot clock is off. Jalen Moore with the basketball. Clock down to 10 seconds. Hervey goes to Lampman. Jalen Moore will step through the seam, scoop it, rolls around, falls through, and that will take us to the halftime break. Jalen Moore has equaled Antoine Davis with 16 points of his own.
No, Jalen Moore's had a good, he's playing